What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you my college football playoff predictions today. I'm not really going to cover any of the other bowl games. I mean, Liberty and Oregon. I think it's on right now as I record this. I haven't looked at the score or anything, but I'm cheering for Liberty. You know, they're a local school to me, so I like them. But yeah, we're going to talk about the Washington Huskies against the Texas Longhorns first, and then we'll move on to Alabama and Michigan. The Texas Longhorns got into the playoffs with a 13-1 record, and the Huskies are undefeated. I think the Huskies have a great offense, and the Texas Longhorns have a great defense. This is going to be a kind of a great matchup. I'm hoping the Huskies win. I just like an underdog story, to be honest with you, but the Longhorns, you know, they're a tough team. You know, they had the toughest schedule of any team this year, and their only loss came to I think Arkansas, or no, it was Oklahoma in a last-minute touchdown. That was a great game as well. For the play where they scored in the last play, I remember watching the game. Great game.
Gabriel launches, touchdown, Nick Anderson.
The Texas Longhorns defense is pretty fierce, and I'm going to honestly take it's a bit tough, but I think I love to see Michael Penix win. I mean, play and win. I mean, he's a good quarterback. I mean, I'm gonna take the Texas Longhorns, but I want the Huskies to win. But the Longhorns, I mean, they're just a very good team. I mean, they're moving on to the SEC next year, and that conference is going to be stacked with teams like Alabama, LSU. I mean, LSU had a kind of a mini year, but they were ranked still. And Georgia, they're still a good team. I'm going to take the Texas Longhorns here. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to take them 30-24, but I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to see Michael Penix actually, you know, go to the conference championship. And, I mean, the Huskies' defense is kind of mid, to be honest with you. So Texas will probably, you know, run the ball pretty well against them. So I'm going to take the Huskies to lose, but I hope I'm wrong because I like the Huskies in this matchup, and I just like an underdog story. But I'm going to take the Texas Longhorns to win 30-24, and they'll represent the I guess the Big Ten and the championship. But moving on. This matchup is the Alabama Crimson Tide against the Michigan Wolverines. This is going to be a great game. I think it's going to come down to a last-second drive, and I'm going to take. I'm taking Alabama. You know, we don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Blitz, Bama blitz. You know.
Give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby. Blitz, Bama blitz.
I'm going to take the Tide here. In a close matchup, I think the Tide is a great team. Nick Saban's a great team. Their quarterback, I forgot their name, but he's playing pretty good. In a game against Georgia, you know, it's a controversial call. I'm going to put it up as well in this video. I'll put it up now. He threw the ball, and the receiver, I don't know who it was, but it looked like he caught it, but he didn't. The ball touched the ground, and the referees actually called it a catch, and Bama ended up, it was like on 4th down, so if Bama would have not got it, Georgia would have got the ball back. But the Bama Crimson Tide didn't score on that drive, and Bama won. So I'm going to take Bama on this one, but I would not be surprised if the Michigan Wolverines pull this one out. Jim Harbaugh, I mean, he's coming back. I think he hasn't played a game. He hasn't coached a game in a while, but this is a comeback game. So I'm gonna take the Crimson Tide in this one. It's gonna be a close game. I think J.J. McCarthy's gonna have a rough day, to be honest with you. I mean, he's gonna throw some touchdowns. I mean, he's gonna get going a little bit, but I think the Crimson Tide is gonna shut down J.J. McCarthy today. And I think the Michigan Wolverines defense is actually pretty decent, so they'll probably stop Bama a couple of times. I'm going to take Crimson Tide here in a close one. I think it's going to be a 34 to Purdy type of game. I mean, I think it's gonna be come down to the last minute, to be honest with you. I think the Crimson Tide's got something planned up. But yeah, I think it's gonna be Texas versus Alabama in the national championship. I hope I'm wrong about the Huskies game because I really want to see the Huskies win, but I gotta be truth and honest here. I'm taking Texas. But you know, it's gonna be a tough matchup. You know, most of these guys are on the teams now. Like Michael Penix, he's declaring for the draft. I have a separate video out. I mean, when draft time comes, I mean after the Super Bowl even, I'll have a whole video about that. And the whole Jim Harbaugh, I mean, this might be his last game as a Wolverine potentially, because I'm hearing that, you know, he might get a coaching offer job in the NFL from a team like the Patriots. I mean, Belichick's moving on probably. Chargers, maybe the Raiders, maybe the Bears, potentially maybe the Vikings. I mean, Kevin O'Connell, I mean, he's a great coach, but I don't know what's going to happen. But this is the college football playoff predictions. I'm going to take the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Texas Longhorns in a national championship game. I think that game will be very good. As anything better from last year, because TCU, I mean, they had a great season, but they got whooped by the Georgia Bulldogs. But taking the Texas Longhorns versus the Crimson Tide. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll have 2 other videos out today. The Raptors and the Knicks trade from New Year's Saturday with Barrett getting traded and OG Anunoby being traded to the Knicks. I'll have a reaction to that, and I'll have a video of the Conor McGregor fight. That's going to be just a short video. But yeah, thank you guys again. Make sure to subscribe.